On.
Today we start Holy Week, a time in our calendar where we experience great joy and sorrow, followed by the most glorious day for us. Our reading throughout the week allows us to journey with Jesus as he prepares for the greatest sacrifice ever. In today's Gospel, Jesus shares the spotlight with several people, all of whom represent a part of all of us as a disciple. There is Martha. Martha served at the banquet, just as we have come to know her to do. Perhaps Martha represents the action part of discipleship. Perhaps Martha is part of us that wants to make sure that the hungry are fed and the homeless have shelter. There is Mary. Mary anoints the feet of Jesus. Perhaps Mary represents the part of us that is drawn to prayer, worship, and devotion. She is part of us wanting to praise and honor God. She may be the one who lives in the now. She is the one with the grateful heart. There is Lazarus. Lazarus has done nothing but be loved by Jesus and rescued from death. Perhaps Lazarus represents the part of us that tells the world of God's love and power to save. Lazarus is responsible for the many believing in Jesus. And then there is Judas. Perhaps Judas represents the sinful part of all of us, the part of us that let fear and doubt win until they turn us away from God's love. We are all capable of greed and sin. We all have our own stories of greed and betrayal. You may wonder what's the greatest difference between Judas and the others in the story. Perhaps it is that the others chose to stay in or return to the light. No matter how weak and sinful they were, they held on to their relationship with Jesus. They lived in his light and shared in his forgiveness. We too can choose to stay in the light of Christ. Jesus invites all of us to believe in his good news and be healed and proclaim him as our light and our salvation.